G'day, mate, and welcome to Captain Industry with me, JD. Today, I want to talk about the humble 4x4 balancer, the king of redistribution, the master of distributing 4 lanes into 4 different lanes. Yes, at the same time, we're going to cover its bigger and better cousin, the 8x8 lane balancer, for those late game situations where you just need to jumble everything together. But we're going to start off with talking about how to put together a 4x4 lane balancer. And it's not rocket science. Honestly, it's not rocket science. 4 lane balancer is literally 4 in, 4 out. The balancers can handle up to 7 inputs and 1 output, or 7 outputs and 1 input. All depends on how you wish to split your dice. But yes, the 4x4 balancer is king. We're lucky in Captain Industry that we have a very simple device to redistribute all 4 lanes together. It comes in, obviously, the 4 different varieties: the pipe balancer, the flat balancer, the U-shaped balancer, and technically the molten balancer, which we're going to forget the molten balancer because I don't ever see a reason you're going to need to merge and split 4 of these together. Whatever. And the molten balancer can't do the 8x8 variety because you can't raise and lower pipes. Molten channels. But as for the balancers themselves, they're not throughput limited. So in this case, I can bring in 4 lanes at 450 items per minute, and we can put them through here, giving us a grand total of 1800 items per minute, and straight back out the outside, the other side, completely redistributed. Wonderful creations. Now, as for the bigger and better cousin, the 8x8 balancer, it's a little bit more complicated. Obviously, it comes in a couple of different varieties. We have the flat variety plus the U-shaped variety. These are reasonably easy to put together, believe it or not, unless you take in 8 lanes and output 8. Okay, we're not going to look at that one because that one didn't listen when I built it, and it's got a weird curve in it. We have the 8 to 8 lane balancer, which has 8 lanes in, 8 lanes out. On top of that, these have been designed to be built within one chunk and to be in line. So that means all 8 lanes come in one beside one another, and they output all at the other end. All 8 lanes right beside one another again. These are actually reasonably easy to put together, believe it or not. We're going to go through a quick demonstration of how to build them, and then towards the end of the video, we're going to talk about some of the limitations of our 8 lane balancer. So how we put these together is we put a balancer right here in the middle, 2 tires. Well, let's make this as basic as possible. We're going to put one here right in the middle of the chunk on the dividing line. Okay, where they're going to come up 1 tile, put in a balancer, go left and right, put in another balancer, go up another tile, put in another balancer. Then we're going to put in 2 more balancers with 1 more balancer. I know, so many balancers. We don't actually need this guy, this guy, or this guy. Okay, but that gives us our skeleton outline. From there, we need to take in 8 lanes. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, then we need to join these 4 together. Now, this is a very important step. Once you've joined all 4 of those together, click on this guy and make sure that we have 4 inputs. In my case, I don't, so this is an out and that's an out. So I need to pick a new and click toggle direction. We're gonna have 3 ins, 1 out. We can again click on this guy, toggle direction. We're now good to go. All right, from there, I need to take this lane and plug it into here. I need to take this lane and plug it into here. We know we've got this right when we can go out, stay, and out. Perfect. All right, from there, I've got 2 more lanes I need to deal with. First one is going to be actually probably you. Yeah, probably you. Okay, we're going to take you being the far right and put it on the far right. We're going to take the next one and put it right beside that. And then I could build the rest of it. By the same token, I could come over here, I could copy it, I could press the F button, I could put it over the top of the other one and click paste. And we're going to see we have 4 in, 4 out. This one in here, I have 4 in, 4 out, 4 in, 4 out, and 4 in, 4 out. And if I've done everything correctly, when we build the whole thing, it should look identical to this one. Should. I'm going to go with yes. Perfect. Now, these will take in my case, I'm just using Mark 1 belt. You could use Mark 2, Mark 3, whatever you decide. And this should redistribute everything in 8 nice, neat lanes at the top. There is a couple of caveats, and we'll get to those in a second. Pipe balancer. Pipe balancer is technically the exact same, also potentially slightly different if you wish to build it differently. I have built this one with the exact same the exact same construction as the belt version, except pipes. You can actually get the pipes up and down a little bit faster than what you can with the belts. Means you can actually compact this by a couple of tiles. So we're going to build another one of these. We're going to have, can I put one there, one there, one there? Okay, we're going to build the exact same pattern to start with, except rather than me putting 2 above, I'm going to skip a tile and just put one of them, okay? It means that this one is slightly lower than it is in the belt version, but then we can remove the stuff we don't need. We could take some pipes. I'm going to bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're then going to join you, and you. We're going to double check in, out. So you need a toggle direction. And cool, we've now got all insies and outsies. All right, next thing is we're going to take this pipe into here and this pipe into here, just the same as we did previously. We're going to take the outputs, and as you notice, I'm going to be 2 tiles shorter because I'm going to save a couple of tiles. At the same time, this is when things get a little bit difficult. So I need to click on here. I need to press the R mode so it doesn't try and connect to another pipe. And then I need to press the E mode, E button, to go up a tile. And then I want to come across 2 straight away. And then I want to come to my output and I want to press the Q button to come down to ground level. Okay, then we're going to do the same with this one. We're going to click here. We're going to press E mode to go up a tile, go over this tile, and then press Q and come out here. And for simplicity, we're just going to copy that. I'm going to press the F button and we're going to paste that over the top. So you still have 4 ins, 4 outs, 4 ins, 4 outs, and technically I can even take another, let's take another tile off the top. Okay, and then we're going to uni build everything, and we will see that I have a slightly more compact version of this. It's a little bit more upsy downsy, but at the same time we have squeezed this in 3 tiles. Technically we can cut back another tile, 4 tiles short of the original build. It's just about saving those couple of tiles should you need to squeeze things in. And as with all the other balances, you can have all 8 inputs filled or 8 outputs filled at the same time. I actually built this originally because I had a couple of farms. I had a couple of farms and I wanted to redistribute the water between my farms, with a couple of sources being nuclear reactors. Obviously with nuclear reactors, the water output from those, the water can't stop flowing. So I had a couple of these with a priority in marked and a priority in marked, and just made sure that they were the priority ins to fill water into the system. And then on my output, I actually didn't have all 8 pipes hooked up. I only had 5 of them hooked up, and my attitude was I actually was using a 6 to 5 balancer. So I built the whole 8 and I plugged in 6 inputs and 5 outputs, and as long as I ticked the right priorities for the right pipes from the right nuclear reactors, nothing melted down. But this is how we put together a 8-lane balancer for flat belts, same for the U-shaped belts, exact identical build. Ignore those 2 idiots over there that didn't do as they were told. The pipe balancers, we can make them slightly smaller should we want to. To me, it just sort of represents a spider a little bit more than what the original version does. And then of course, balances wise, there's one limitation we need to talk about. So let's build this, which has 8 different items being mixed into the belts and running through the balancer. And we're going to do a couple of things. First off, we're going to confirm this works. So we're going to see potatoes come in here, and I should see potatoes on every single one of these output belts. So we have belt 1, belt 2, belt 3, belt 4, belt 5, belt 6, belt 7, and belt 8. So I have potatoes on every single belt, but we may notice a limitation as this fills up when it comes to Captain Industry and belt balances. We can see that my items are basically moving from one side of the balancer to the other. They're not really mixing anymore, and this is a known issue when it comes to these sorts of games and belt balances, and there are some ways to overcome it. If you actually want to end up with, well, this sort of garbage on the output, then you've got a couple of options. One, you can limit the output of the whole system. So at the moment I'm bringing in 8 belts at 60 items per minute, which is 60 times 8, without the divide in there please, is 480 items in, but then I'm limiting limiting it to a single 450 belt out, which means over time, as I let this run longer, we would end up with a better distribution, more junk filled in together like this. But the other option is we can make sure that the belt speeds are offset. So either I have extra speed coming in or extra speed through the middle. In our case, we're going to do extra speed through the middle. We're going to upgrade each one of these interchange belts that are going from balancer to balancer. We're going to upgrade all of these to tier 2, and we'll just run the system for a minute, and we should see, yes, a better mix of items on each of these different belts here in this interchange section. We can definitely increase the mix by once again upgrading them again, because now they're going to fit even more items through this interchange section per minute, whereas the input stays the exact same. So because the differential between the two belt speeds is increased, the mix ends up increasing as well. So we should have a better mix overall. Can I increase the output on that? Not really, because I've got to feed them back into the boxes to just thinking of ways to sort of speed up this experiment. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yes, if we increase the speed of the interchange section, it means that yes, our output becomes thoroughly garbage, which is sort of what we're looking for in a belt balancer. We're sort of looking for all 8 lanes to be distributed perfectly evenly would be ideal, but reasonably evenly is not such a bad outcome. But yes, with all that said, this is where I'm going to leave this video. As always, if you liked belt balancers and you like these designs, by all means click the like button. At the same time, I will be putting some high resolution screenshots of these particular balancers up on my Discord server with the grid overlay on, should you need to have a reference point in the future. At the same time, if you enjoyed belt balances, you enjoy Captain of Industry, and you enjoy tutorial videos, by all means click the subscribe button and check the playlist down in the description and in the pinned comments below. Whole Captain of Industry tutorial list right there. Plenty of videos. Also, I've got a Let's Play currently running, which we're trying to break the game. We just passed 10,000 population, which means we're in the very late game. Anyway, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I will see you guys in the very next video. All right, bye.